Hello and welcome to Gentle Yoga. My name is Adriana Lee with NeoraFit, and today I'll be guiding you through a 15-minute practice where we'll stretch most of the major muscles in the body in a really relaxed and soothing way. So for today's practice, you don't need any props, but for comfort, you could grab a blanket or yoga block if that's something that you usually like to have in your practice. Other than that, put on some music and we'll get started right away. We'll begin today's practice in a comfortable cross-legged seat, or you can sit kneeling if you prefer. And we'll begin with wrist stretches. So start out with your right palm facing you. Take your left thumb to the pinky knuckle and wrap your fingers around the pinky. Then as you exhale, send your hand forward and use your thumb to lightly traction the pinky back. Inhale to switch, catch onto the ring finger knuckle, and exhale, move energy forward, spreading the pinky and thumb away from each other. Inhale, switch, catch onto the middle finger, and exhale, pull the finger back as you spread the bones of your hand. Inhale, switch, grab onto index finger. And then when we get to the thumb, you'll take the backs of your hands, grab onto the thumb with all 5 fingers. Then as you pull back, you're also going to find a little bit of a pull in the direction the thumb is already going. So kind of a little bit to the left. To the right. Inhale, switch, and we'll do 1 breath per finger on the other side. So thumb to the pinky knuckle, wrap fingers around, and send energy forward. Inhale, switch, and exhale, spread the bones of your hand. Inhale, switch. Keep going at your own breath pace. This is really great for the end of a work day if you've been using your hands a lot for work. And when you get to the thumb, remember backs of the hands together, grab onto the thumb with all 5 fingers, and then pull back and slightly to the left in the direction the thumb is already pointing. All right, after that, reach your arms out into a T with your palms facing forward. Wrap your thumb in first, then close the other fingers on top, make a fist, then move your fists out to the sides like you're pouring 2 jugs of water. It should feel like a stretch along the thumb and the side of your forearm. Your texting muscles. Inhale, switch, take your arms out to the sides like you're stopping traffic. Then wrap in pinky first, 1 finger at a time, thumb on top, and then cat paw your fist straight down. Now it should feel like a stretch along the back of the hand and the top of the forearm. Palms forward, wrap the thumb in first, other fingers on top, and move your fist out to the sides. Then palms out like you're stopping traffic, thumb on top, and cat paw straight down. We'll do that one more time. Palms forward, thumb in first, other fingers on top, fists out to the side, stretch out those texting muscles or scrolling muscles. And then palms out, wrap the pinky in first, thumb on top, cat paw straight down. All right, release, roll out your wrists if that would feel good. And then we're gonna come into another stretch. If you're able to come onto knees, go for it. If you have sensitive knees, no worries, you can do this cross-legged. But bring your fingers down to the ground with the heels of the hands facing forward and lower down just to the first knuckle, keeping the heels of your hands and your thumbs lifted. Take a breath in. And exhale, maybe lean back or even micro bend your elbows to get a little more. And then after that exhale, place the rest of your palm down on the ground and lean back. Again, maybe even micro bend your elbows to intensify if you need that. And then go ahead and release. Roll out your wrists, do whatever would feel good here. And we're gonna make our way into Baddha Konasana with the soles of your feet together, knees wide for neck release. Set your right hand down beside you, reach out through your left fingertips and hover your ear towards your shoulder. Then take a second to roll your chin a little bit forward and a little bit back, feeling for the perfect angle for the left side of your neck. And once you find that angle, pause there. Take a deep inhale, breathe into your chest. And exhale, soften your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Take another deep breath in, breathe into your chest, your neck, your upper back. And exhale, relax your jaw. Feel for letting go of any tension that you don't need here so you can truly release the muscles on the left side of your neck. We're going to come out really gently. So you'll take your left hand down, place your right hand on your cheek, and use your hand to physically help your head up. And then we'll switch sides. Left hand stays down, reach out through right fingertips, hover just a little bit away from the ground, and slide your left ear towards your left shoulder. And again, on this side, roll your chin a little forward and a little back a few times until you find the perfect angle for the right side of your neck. And once you find the spot that feels good, hold there. Deep breath in, lift up through both sides of your ribs. Exhale, slide your shoulder blades down away from your ears, but stay seated tall. Take a huge inhale, breathe into the right side of your chest, your upper back, and your neck. And exhale, relax your jaw. So ideally, this feels like more of a release than a deep stretch. If you're in a really deep stretch, you may need to lift your head just the tiniest bit to get those muscles to actually let go. To come out, lower your right hand down, bring your left hand to your cheek, and use your hand to bring your head back up. Take your hands to either sides of your knees, draw your knees back in towards each other, lean back, and then windshield wiper your knees side to side for a moment. Let your hips release. Then we'll make our way into a tabletop position, coming onto all fours for cat-cow. As you inhale, drop your belly towards the mat, reach your chest forward, and look up. Then exhale, round out your spine, push the earth away, draw your belly to spine. 2 more like that. Inhale, drop your belly, chest forward, look up. And exhale, round out your spine, chin to chest. 1 more round here. Inhale, drop your belly. This time, curl your toes under, squeeze the shoulder blades down away from your ears. And exhale, uncurl your toes, push the earth away, belly to spine. Come back into a neutral tabletop, then slide your right leg back into a calf stretch. Keep your toes on the ground and push back into your heel. Then release the right knee down and switch sides. Slide your left leg back and push back into your heel. Release both knees down and now lower all the way down onto your belly. Slide your elbows right underneath your shoulders. So we're starting in Sphinx pose here. If there's any discomfort in your lower back, right away, lower back down, lift up one leg at a time and internally rotate it so that you feel like the whole top of your foot is fully on the ground rather than just the big toe side. And then come back into that Sphinx shape and hopefully there's less crunchiness or compression in your spine. Now from here, cross your left arm across your body at a diagonal, bend your right knee, and use your right hand to pull your heel towards your glute. You can also use a strap or just anything to help you reach the foot more easily if reaching is not happening today. If you need to intensify, push your hip bones down into the ground, and you can even, maybe if flexibility allows, rotate your right hand around so that your fingers are pointing forward instead of back, and then use that to help you push your heel down towards glute. Let's stay here for 1 more deep breath. And then gently release the right foot down, right elbow back under your shoulder, right arm at a diagonal. Bend your left knee and left hand to left foot. Pull your heel down towards your glute. Again, if you need to intensify, maybe rotate your fingers around or press your left hip bone down into the ground. And gently release. All right, from here, press into your palms, rise back up onto hands and knees, and we'll come in to thread the needle. So twist your left arm up towards the ceiling as you inhale, and as you exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, lowering the back of your shoulder and back of your ear to the ground. You can always drape your right arm behind your back if you feel like you need a little more. And to come out, press into your right palm. Reach your left arm all the way back up to the sky and then lower it back down and we'll switch sides. Right arm up and exhale, thread it underneath the left, right ear down to the mat. Option to drape left arm behind your back if you need a little more. Otherwise, you can just leave it where it is. And then press into your left palm, unweave, reach your right arm back up to the sky. And exhale, lower the hand back down. Now cross your ankles, sit back, and extend your legs straight out in front of you. Finding a little hamstring stretch here. You can move your sit bones out of the way, or move your flesh out of the way so you can feel your sit bones on the ground more. Then inhale, reach your arms to the sky. And as you exhale, come down about just 1/3 of the way. Inhale here, find a little more length in your spine. And exhale, lower down another 1/3 of the way. Do that one more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, this time lower your hands down to the ground. So there's no need to like round your spine to get your forehead to your knees. Instead, you want the whole fold to happen by tilting your pelvis forward. And then your hands are just kind of auxiliary. You can use your core muscles to help pull you a little bit closer to your legs if you need. But otherwise, there's really no need to push yourself further or pull yourself into the pose. If you have a sensitive lower back, keep your knees bent so that your belly and thighs are connected the whole time instead. And we'll stay here for one more deep breath. And then start to walk yourself out of the pose, and we'll come back into fish pose. So point your toes straight out in front of you, lower down onto your elbows. If you need to tuck your pelvis under to get rid of some compression from your lower back, go for it. Then lift up your chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. You can hug your elbows in a little closer together. Then drop your head back. And we won't hold here for too long, but as you inhale, puff up your chest towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, let your jaw relax and point your toes forward. To come out, tuck your chin in first, and then lay all the way down onto your back. Squeeze your knees into your chest, and we'll take a supine twist. Drop both of your knees over to the right. Stack your knees and your ankles and hips all on top of each other. Then reach your left arm overhead with the palm facing down on the ground above you. Let your chest open up towards the ceiling. And if your chest opens so much that without changing your hips, you're able to drop your shoulder blade all the way onto the ground, then go ahead and extend your arm out to the side if that would feel good. And release out of that and switch sides. Take your knees back to center, then roll your knees over to the opposite side. Again, stacking hips, knees, ankles, then take your right arm overhead. Take a deep breath into your right side ribs. And exhale, twist your chest open towards the ceiling. Again, if your shoulder blade touches the ground while maintaining your hips stacked, then go ahead and open it out to the side. Otherwise, just keep it overhead. And roll back onto your back. Squeeze your knees back into your chest one more time. And we'll finish in final Shavasana. So options here, you can either extend your legs out, arms out to the sides. Traditional Shavasana. If your low back is sensitive today, you can bend your knees instead. Walk your feet out to the edges of your yoga mat and then let your knees fall in against each other. And take some slow breaths once you get into your variation of Shavasana for today. Allow your hips and your shoulders to relax. Let go of tension from your face, your jaw, your neck. And observe your breath without changing it, without deepening it. Just notice the flow of your breath. Use the breath as an anchor for your focus. So if your mind wanders, take it back to the breath. If you're able to stay here longer, pause the video and stay for as long as you'd like. Otherwise, take a deep breath in, stretch your arms over your head like you just woke up from a nap. Roll your head side to side, doing whatever would feel good here. Then roll over onto one side in fetal position. Use your arm as a pillow. And slowly press yourself all the way back up to a comfortable seat. And bring your hands together at your heart once you arrive, sealing in your practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name again is Adriana Lee with NeoraFit. The light within me honors, respects, and loves that light within you. Namaste.